Hello there, you're even. Happy Halloween. It's Halloween, Manchester City versus Napoli. I was going to dress as Jose Mourinho's style of football, but I didn't think that would be very nice to put you through all that and other such bad jokes. Anyway, I'm a pirate. The only thing I'm going to rob is your time for the next 5-6 minutes. And just like that, I'm back to being just a normal boy from Manchester, not a pirate, which is a shame. Not quite as interesting. But anyway, it's Manchester City versus Napoli in the Champions League. The return leg after a pulsating 2-1 victory at the Etihad. This is going to be possibly our toughest game of the season. And this is a preview. We're going to talk through all the talking points ahead of the game. As ever, I am sponsored by OneFootball. Not the pirate version of OneFootball. I'm not sure that even exists. But just the standard regular version. It's a great app. Go and download it in the description below because it has all your football news, all your Champions League updates. In general, it's a pretty good app, so go and download that in the description below. And this is a very, very big game. It could be the game where we secure our progress into the last 16. In many people's opinion, this could be the toughest game that we've had so far this season. Now, Napoli were absolutely excellent at the Etihad. Even though we won 2-1, they gave us scares that no other team has given us this season. They were fantastic. The football they played was Jorginho and Diawara was slotted in that day. Then with you got like Reina, obviously, you got Hamzik. Gulam was bombing forward on the left. They were just very good going forward, and I can see why teams fear them. Sarri has been praising us in the press loads. They did actually drop their first points of the season after we beat them. They drew 0-0 with Inter, which is no shame in that. They had 1-2 after that, so they're still flying. 10 wins out of 11, actually the same. It's very similar to what we've got. We've got 9 wins out of 10. They are a very, very good team, and I think given the fact that we beat them at the Etihad, they'll obviously be looking to get revenge there, so to speak, and I suspect it could be a difficult game. It could be the game that we lose, the first game we lose this season. A lot of people are actually predicting that. I'm not predicting we're going to lose, but I can see this potentially being this slip-up that is going to come at some point in the season. And with Guardiola, we're not going to remain unbeaten. It just depends how well we take that when we do lose. I'm hoping that this isn't the game, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, it's a huge game against a very good team, a team that are going to be very, very, very up for this. And we have been showing signs of, if not physical tiredness, at least mental fatigue recently. I guess it'll be a little bit refreshing to play against a team that doesn't set everyone behind the ball. Napoli will attack us. It won't be the same as teams against like Burnley or West Brom where they just defend constantly. This will be a team that's going to play football, and that could be quite refreshing, but it isn't going to be easy. I'm expecting this to be a very difficult challenge to anything we face so far this season. I guess in general you can judge a team's long-term prospects when it gets to November onwards, because this is the period. This is, well, historically a period that we haven't done that well in, and it could be a kind of make or break time for Guardiola's men. I'm expecting we'll be okay. I'm expecting we'll play good football. I think we'll rise to the challenge. We'll see maybe a couple of changes. And I think in general, this will be a game that we're very much up for, because it could be one where we can finally put the Champions League group stages to bed with this game, and hoping we'll go for it. It's hard, though, not to have one eye on the Premier League at the weekend. We've got a big game against Arsenal. As I said earlier, there are some signs of fatigue kicking in. It's just going to be a very testing game. I wouldn't be surprised if he does make a few changes. Obviously, Aguero and Sterling didn't start at the weekend. I'm fully well expecting them to go back into the team. After that, I think it's going to be a very strong team. I think it'll be Ederson in goal, I think Walker, then Stones, Otamendi, Fabian Delph will carry on at left back. Then it's going to be the big three in midfield, in my personal opinion: Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Silva, David Silva, that is. And I think personally it'll be Sane, Aguero, and Raheem Sterling. I think Gabriel Jesus will drop to the bench after a very tiring performance against Wolves and obviously West Brom as well. I think in general those changes will be necessary. I think it'll be one of our strongest teams available, and I can't disagree with that at the moment. There's been a little bit of good news from the press conference. Pep has said, and David Silva himself has said, that they are getting closer to agreeing a contract. Obviously that would be fantastic. Pep as well anecdotally said that they would have loved to sign him at Barcelona, given the fact he appreciates how he plays, but he couldn't afford it. And I like that. I like the fact that big clubs can't take our best players from us, because we can't. We have the money, we have the wherewithal to say, no, you're not having him. And I like that. It almost sends out a message to say, just back off, don't even bother trying, which is good. And David Silva, I'm sure, will extend his contract. He was giving the press conference today as he's probably going to be our captain come this game. David is a wonderful player. We all love him so, and he's been saying how at the moment he's been praying that City win the Champions League, how he's enjoying playing for this Guardiola side, how he enjoys this football, and it's football that was made for someone as magical as David Silva. And David Silva obviously is a master, to quote Pep, at football. He knows how hard this game is going to be tomorrow, and when David Silva says it's going to be intense and one of our biggest challenges of the season, then you've got to take notice. He was talking a lot about Napoli's intensity intensity in the press conference, and that's one thing. If we're going to be caught out anywhere, I think that's where we could be caught out. We have looked a little bit leggy recently, understandably, given the winter months drawing in. Napoli have so much energy, so much desire, it could affect us a little bit. I'm hoping that we obviously counter-press them, we get buoyed up by the big game experience, but it's not going to be very easy, put it that way. Interestingly, Sarri, obviously the hipster's choice of coach at the moment, obviously alongside Guardiola there, he's come out and said that Ederson is the danger man, which is impressively alternative. I appreciate that, Sarri. True, someone that no one else would ever choose. He said Ederson, his passing was unbelievable in the first game, and it was. Ederson is a phenomenal player, but I love the fact that the hipster coach has gone for the hipster choice there as the most dangerous player. Obviously Ederson isn't the most dangerous player. I'm sure that's a Mr. Kevin De Bruyne or a Leroy Sané or someone like that, but it's good to see someone recognising Ederson's unbelievable talents. You got to love the quotes coming from the press. If you read Sarri's and Guardiola's quotes, they are just absolutely in love with each other. They need to get a tactical room somewhere. Someone get them a room, get them a big whiteboard, give them 2 dry marker pens and watch them plot out some various tactical stuff that most of us couldn't even think of. Those two are phenomenal coaches and rightfully giving each other the praise that they deserve. But if I'm going to make a prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-1 here. I think City will score. I think Napoli will. I think it'll be another masterclass of football. I'm so glad to watch a team that passes it around with such confidence and plays the football that we do, as opposed to some other teams where you see they're happy to put men behind the ball. A horrific brand of football for a horrific day, Halloween. That's not for me personally. No names mentioned, but I just want to see our team go for it. And I'm sure we'll see that as well as Napoli going for it as well. Anyway, guys, my prediction is 1-1. I think the goal scorer will be Aguero, and I think he'll break the record. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go and download the OneFootball app, and I will see you for a match reaction after the game.